I'm so glad that there are like 7 people here left for this set. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I figured that I would not start this set out as I usually do with my usual introduction. This is my last video audition for Just for Laughs, and I was motivated tonight for this subject matter. So I figured we would just get into the shit. Can you please light me at 6? I've been identifying as real shit because for some reason, it just humors me that of all people who are in comedy talking about being restricted in their language and how they can express themselves and how to be, are a bunch of straight men. Don't you just feel so limited? Huh? Straight man here on a mic, so limiting, huh? So, a few times on this mic tonight, and I'm gonna say this because, I can say this because it's just us here. I've never found slur humor funny. You know what I mean? I don't find fag funny or I don't use slurs in my comedy because I don't think it's funny. It's not funny. And I've never had to write a joke because I tell my friends that my life is a fucking joke, okay? I am a fucking punchline. I never need to use slur humor at all. I'm gonna give you an example. It's just us here. I do not feel that transgender women who are just a year in the HRT are on the same level as me, and I'll tell you why. I've been trans on HRT for over 5 years now, and I'm telling you this as a call out. And you know what else? Fuck this. Also cisgender little girls, because it's for y'all too. Everybody can get smoked. Because if you can walk past a bathroom door comfortably without your titty hitting it, we're not the same. I'll tell you why. Because the other day, my left titty hit my bathroom door, and I thought that I had a heart attack. So I had to Google search what it meant. So I didn't know that when you hit your left titty that you could feel pain in your right arm. I didn't know that. That's why I thought it was a heart attack. I thought it was. You know what I mean?
This is educational.
It is educational. I never had to use slur humor because usually I can just say these things. There are certain racial stereotypes that I think are just true because of my own experience. So I'm ready to be canceled for this, so I'm just gonna let it out now. Every person of Asian descent that I've ever met had better math and science grades than me. Every Jewish person I've ever met, and trust me, I met a Jewish guy who was in the army. That's saying a lot. He may eat crayons, but his money is secure. I've always met Jews that were secure with money. Another stereotype that I just think is real because I don't care. It's just me.
It's not.
I'm out to cancel. Everybody's getting canceled tonight because I don't use slur humor because these stereotypes are true. For me, every person who is my mother drives 5 miles under the speed limit. So, if you find someone driving 10 miles under, just like you're a fucking Nicole. You know what I mean? That's the slur that matters. Call somebody my mom. You slow driving bitch. You know what I mean? These are the things that matter, It humors me when I get on mics like this and I hear humor is becoming too PC. It's becoming too PC. I don't even know what PC means, and I am black and trans. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But it's becoming too PC, and I'll tell you something what comedy's becoming. I think comedy's becoming more inclusive, and I think that when comedy becomes more inclusive, it requires men who particularly use slur humor, and I don't know, they're 45-year-old, dick being and having a roommate. They use those things like that to be funny, and I think that humor nowadays requires you to be more funny than just throwing around, you know what I mean? Because anyone can throw around dick humor. I'm up here in a tutu. I can throw around dick humor. My dick humor's not funny, I'm sure. I'm sure a lot of people would leave this, but it doesn't really matter. The women would stay, I'm sure. And I'll show you how to do a proper phallus joke as a trans woman. You ready? So I'm gonna close on this. I'm gonna teach you men how to do a proper dick joke. Here we go. I was, a comment came up here and said tonight, he was a guy, if I were gay, that I would want someone who could split logs with their phallus. There's a little girl in there. Who could split wood with their phallus. Right, I couldn't even understand being with, he said, I understand, gay people, I just don't understand the high voice. And I want to tell you something. I was going to ask the women in here, if you had the option to go back to your big, brawny, strong, Tilly's t-shirt wearing, Ross spandex needing, fucked up hairline having.
Wait, you missed an edit.
You know what I mean? If you ever, asking the women in this bitch, if you thought that you could just replace, you know what I mean? Your boyfriend having a fupa, but you know what I mean, has, 11 kids on the other coast. If you could replace that person, huh? The guy that you found, in the Elliott's, you know what I mean? The Elliott's bathroom, huh? He's drinking well whiskey, but he is the top prize of men. If you could replace that dick with dick that sounds like this and looks like this, let me ask you ladies a question. Would you switch? So I have a response to my straight friends who could never be gay with someone who had a high-pitched voice, but would go gay for men that could split wood with their penises, but has a problem with Albert's high-pitched voice. Would you ever get split by a dick in a tutu? I'm the kind of dick you want. My name is Zoe Thomas, and I'm getting off of this stage. I want to give you this too as well, because I have the time. If you think that you're ugly, you're probably not rich enough. If you think you're ugly, you're not. You probably just made decisions. I love y'all, thank you. Come on here, Corbin.